Welcome to this introduction on calculus. Today, we are going to explore the motivation behind the definite integral. Specifically, we will look at how we find the area under a curved line. Let's start with a basic geometry problem. We all know how to calculate the area of standard shapes. For a rectangle, it is simply width times height. For triangles and circles, we have established formulas. But calculus asks a harder question. How do we calculate the exact area under a curve that changes its direction and slope continuously? There is no simple formula for this shape. Since we cannot calculate the curved area directly, we use a strategy called approximation. We slice the complicated area into simple shapes that we do understand. The most common shape used for this is the rectangle. Here is how it works. We divide the area into smaller vertical strips. For each strip, we draw a rectangle. In the left endpoint approximation, the height of the rectangle is determined by the function's value at the left side of the strip. You can see that this leaves some gaps or creates overlaps, meaning it is not perfect. Alternatively, we can determine the height using the right side of each strip. This is called the right endpoint approximation. Depending on whether the curve is going up or down, this might overestimate or underestimate the true area. It is still just an estimate. So, how do we get a better answer? The secret is in the numbers. If we use only 4 rectangles, the error is quite large. But if we increase the number to 20, the rectangles become thinner and they hug the curve much more tightly. The gaps become smaller. This leads us to the fundamental concept of calculus, the limit. Imagine if we could use an infinite number of rectangles. As the number of rectangles, n, approaches infinity, their width approaches 0. The approximation error disappears completely, giving us the exact area. Mathematicians use a specific symbol to represent this infinite sum, the definite integral. The elongated S symbol stands for sum. The letters A and B represent the boundaries of the area. The term f of x dx represents the height times the tiny width of each infinitesimal rectangle. To summarize, the area under a curve is calculated by approximating it with rectangles. We call these Riemann sums. By taking the limit as the number of rectangles goes to infinity, we arrive at the definite integral, which gives us the precise area. Thank you for watching.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.